Welcome in. If you like what we're doing here on the official, looking at prospects, this is the 2025 class already here in summertime of 2024. Like and subscribe to this video. Like and subscribe to our content so we can keep going with this stuff. First up is going to be Carter Smith. He is QB 16. He is ranked 211 overall over on on3.com. Comes in at 6'2.5", 187 pounds. He plays at Bishop Verot High School in Florida, which is the 44th ranked team in Florida, so that's not too bad. 41 power ranking, pretty okay. 17 strength of schedule, comes in about average. Check my math on that, David. About average for 17, a little above?
A little, I think average is around like 25 or so.
Oh, okay, so a little below average strength of schedule. So yeah, he's a Michigan commit, so kind of taking the legacy there that J.J. McCarthy has left. Pretty tough act to follow. He's a 65th percentile athlete, but the nice thing is he's got a ball velocity. Oh, wrong guy. So Carter Smith has a ball velocity about 55 to 57 miles per hour. That's pretty big. Challenging for tops in the class in any given class. When you're approaching 57, you are near the top. So definitely throws a very hard ball. He's a two-sport athlete. He plays baseball, shortstop, right-hand pitcher. Gotten up to 94 miles per hour on the radar in high school baseball. Runs a 4.6. So he's a good athlete. You can see here with him scrambling a bit and making plays with his legs. One thing I'd like to point out, you can really see it on that throw that just happened, is he is a max effort guy. Like almost all of his throws really just seems that he's putting all his body into it. He takes big step. He kind of lunges forward. The results are good so far, but it makes me a little concerned. We always talk about easy arm action. It's a little concerning that he just seems to really be reaching back to the the velo meter all the way back every single time. So he's going to need to learn how to dial it down and still have the same results probably at the next level, just for quickness of release. And also just so he's not straining his body to the max every single time. But he's got good stats, 62% completion, 10.4 yards per attempt, 29 TDs, 4 interceptions last year. Also added 700 yards on the ground with 19 rushing touchdowns. So the kid is a one-man offense over there for Bishop Verot. So this is his first offseason without baseball. We'll see if he can actually mature, maybe develop some additional skills. So he's going to be working on football full-time here, headed into his senior season. And he would be the QB 16 if his industry grade was taken from the 2025 class, dropped into the 2024 class. He would be QB 16 last year. So kind of the same either way, whatever class you look at. So again, this is a long run. But he does show playmaking ability. He can run around. He seems like an exciting prospect. But I would say just kind of in general, the feeling here is he's raw. He throws really, really hard and probably needs to develop some nuance. But I would say the tools are there for a high ceiling type guy. Matt, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the physical tools that are there. I think something important that you didn't mention is he did not get invited to the 11 finals, which is for me a huge red flag on the profile immediately. If you can't look good in shorts, you're not going to look good on the field. That's just how it is. So I would be very tentative of his current ability as a passer, given that. So definitely looking at more of a project player here at the moment is my take.
Okay, David, you've got some notes here. You want to color in the lines for this guy as a prospect?
Yeah, I agree. Kind of, we like that he's a dual threat. We like that he's got tools. The Michigan fit seems a little weird to me. I don't know I don't know how much I like that. I guess they've had guys in the past like Denard Robinson and stuff. So it's just, I don't know. I think of in-structure quarterbacks typically. It doesn't seem like his type of play style. So honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't mind it if he failed there and just went somewhere a little more fun. But I think he's talented enough to be a starter at some point somewhere, in which case I think he will have good CFF upside. I I like that he's like very willing to run, like for fantasy purposes. We just need the coach to be on the same page as us. We need the coach to like college fantasy football, basically. I just noticed that like a new stat that I was looking at, I was messing around with numbers, and like his carries to pass attempt ratio is like really high. He was up there with like Johnny Manziel and like Thomas Castellanos and these types of guys. So he really wants to get out there and make stuff happen. So if he does become a starter somewhere at some point, I'm definitely very interested. So he's sort of like kind of like in the name to know type bucket, maybe down the line, 2 or 3 years or something.
Okay, thanks for both those nuggets. Matt, you brought up no Elite 11. I agree, that's a problem. David, I love that little peel behind the curtain. Maybe Matt knew about it. I didn't even know you were looking at carries to pass attempts ratio. That's a really fun stat. I'd like to explore that a little bit more. But what I really like about that is it puts these guys in context with other types of guys who seem to run as much as they throw. And you threw out names like Johnny Manziel, which, of course, for fantasy, awesome. We love that. So it's an interesting prospect. Seems like a high boom bust type prospect, which I'm okay taking a gamble on. But that would be something late in your drafts. Maybe just a name to flag, like David mentioned. Agree, the fit doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Although, if I remember back looking at J.J. McCarthy in high school, he was a little bit of a gunslinger. And then Michigan basically just like squeezed the life out of him and made him a freaking, 3 yards in a cloud of dust quarterback who throws on third and short. So, maybe they'll do that with Carter Smith. I hope not. But that's one reason why I have like a teeny tiny bit of excitement for J.J. McCarthy in the pros is maybe they'll like kind of take the governor off a little bit and he'll be able to, show a little bit about playmaking ability. I feel like he showed a bit in high school, and then at Michigan, he was kind of boring. So we'll see what Carter Smith can do, but interesting profile.